Once upon a time in a big city, there was a huge company called Blonsky Industries. They worked on all sorts of crazy tech like robots, computers, and even weapons, but nobody knew what they were really up to because their big boss, Thunderbolt Ross, was a total jerk. One day, deep inside the company, in a modern high-tech lab with glowing machines and test tubes, a kind, smart-looking man with glasses and a white lab coat was working hard. This was Dr. Bruce Banner, one of the best scientists in the world, but also a little bit shy. He was trying to fix a machine that makes gamma rays. Gamma rays are super powerful energy waves that can do good things, like help us see inside our bodies, or bad things like blow up planets. Bruce wanted to use them for good, but fixing the machine was really hard and dangerous. Suddenly the machine let out a bright green light. Thought Bruce. He tried to turn it off, but it was too late. There was a huge burst of energy. Bruce shielded his face, but it was no use. A wave of gamma rays hit him. He felt like he was on fire. Then everything went black. When Bruce woke up, he was crouched on the floor in front of the machine. His eyes glowed green and his muscles were way bigger than normal. He looked scary, but he also felt amazing. What had happened to Bruce? Why did he feel so strong? And why was the whole room shaking? As Bruce tried to figure out what was happening, outside, the ground shook even more. Huge cracks appeared on the walls, and the lights flickered. People on the street looked up in awe and fear. Some ran away, but others stopped to stare. They saw a giant green monster jumping from rooftop to rooftop. It was huge, strong, and fast. It left cracks in its wake. Its name was the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk didn't know how he got there. He didn't know why people were scared, or why they were taking videos on their phones. All he knew was that he felt really angry. The Hulk roared and stomped his feet. He was scary, but he was also trying to be careful. He didn't want to hurt anyone. Then suddenly, something terrible happened. In the distance, a huge robot came crashing through the buildings. It was mean and loud, and it was heading straight for the city. People screamed and hid. They'd never seen anything like it before. But then the Hulk stepped in front of it. He was small compared to the robot, but he was also very brave. He roared and flexed his muscles. "Don't hurt my city," he said. Meanwhile, inside the Blonsky Industries building, Bruce Banner was having a hard time turning back into the Hulk, but nothing worked. Then he remembered. The Hulk wasn't just a big, strong guy. He was also really smart. He could talk, he could plan, and he could solve problems. Bruce took a deep breath and started thinking, maybe if he relaxed, maybe if he focused, maybe if he tried harder, he could become the Hulk again. Outside, the robot was getting closer. Soon it would crush the Hulk and the whole city. But Bruce had an idea. He found some gamma ray generators and hooked them up to the robot. Then he turned them on. The robot gasped. It didn't like the way they felt. Bruce hoped this would make the robot go away, but it just made it angrier. It attacked the Hulk with all its might. It swung its metal fists, but the Hulk blocked them. It shot lasers, but the Hulk dodged them. It tried to smash him, but the Hulk was too strong. The Hulk fought back. He punched the robot in the chest, but it just kept coming. He kicked it in the legs, but it just kept attacking. The Hulk was strong, but the robot was meaner and smarter. It kept changing directions and it wouldn't stop. At first, the Hulk was winning, but after a while he started to get tired. His punches weren't as strong and his kicks weren't as high. The robot was pushing him to the ground. It was going to win. The Hulk had to do something, and he had only one idea left. He closed his eyes tight, took a deep breath, and pushed all his strength into one big punch. It was the strongest punch he could throw. He hoped it would defeat the robot and save the city, but it was risky. If it didn't work, the robot would win. As hard as he tried, the Hulk couldn't remember the last time he'd been this tired. Maybe this was what being Bruce Banner was like. Always tired, always worried, always trying to do the right thing. But he couldn't give up. Not now. Not when the fate of the city rested on his shoulders. With one last burst of effort, he managed to push the robot over the edge of the building. It let out a loud crash as it fell to the ground below. Then everything went quiet. The Hulk had won. Slowly, he opened his eyes and looked around. The city was safe. People were cheering and celebrating. They'd never seen such a brave hero. The Hulk felt proud, but he was also very tired. He sat down on a nearby bench and slowly started to turn back into Bruce. He could feel the changes happening inside him. His muscles shrunk, his clothes became looser. A little girl who'd been hiding behind the bench peeked out from behind it. She'd been watching the Hulk the whole time, and she was amazed. She had walked up to Bruce and gave him a flower. "Here you go," she said. "You're the best hero ever." Bruce smiled. He didn't deserve the praise, but he was happy to have helped. Then he stood up and put on his backpack. It was time to go home. As he walked down the quiet road, he looked up at the golden sky. He felt like he was on top of the world. Suddenly, he turned around and looked at the city. He knew that someday he'd have to come back and fight again, but for now, he was happy to be home. As the sun set over the city, a shadow of the Hulk appeared behind him. Bruce smiled. He knew that they were now one team, the brain and the strength. Together they could do anything. The end.